Freeform Course FF4. The connection types G0, G1, G2, and G3. What do these settings mean when connecting curves and surfaces? What difference does it make in practice? And how can they be analyzed? The difference between the connection types is explained using simple examples. And with that, welcome to LearnNX, and to the next video of the Freeform course. G0 connection. If you want to actively participate, create an angled line with these dimensions in a sketch and mirror the line. The bridge curve command can be used to connect curves. This command, along with many others, offers these 4 different options for a connection. Option 1, use option G0 to create the shortest connection between 2 points, so a straight line. At least there is no gap, but the direction changes immediately with an angular deviation. A kink appears at the point of the connection. I call this curve G0, according to the selection. G1 connection. At the next bridge curve, I select option G1, which creates a tangent connection. This way, there is no angular deviation between the lines, but the direction still changes abruptly.
Although it is tangentially connected?
Yes, imagine you are driving on a road exactly in the middle of your lane. Now you come to a curve that is tangentially connected to the straight road section. You would have to turn the steering wheel immediately at the beginning of the curve, and then jerk it back immediately at the end of the curve. In other words, it is not possible. A tangential transition has no kinks, but the immediate change of direction can be a problem. A moving mass that changes direction instantaneously produces a sudden force, a shock, that can be avoided. G2 connection. The solution is the next option. Now I select the G2 option to create a smoother transition. The radius is infinite at the beginning of the curve, becomes smaller and smaller towards the middle of the curve, and finally becomes infinite again at the end of the curve. And so you can gently cruise through the curve.
But if G2 lets me gently cruise through the bends, what happens when I choose G3? Will I be served a cup of tea during it? What's the difference?
To see the difference, we need to analyze the curves. Curve analysis. The command is used to analyze the radius, or curvature, of a curve. After selecting the curves, the radius can be clearly visualized using the Show Comb option. The displayed needles become longer with increasing curvature. With needle scale, the ratio between curvature and length of the needles can be adjusted. With Suggest Scale Factor, a meaningful value is set automatically. The number, or spacing of the needles, is set with number of needle. And with interior samples, the line connecting the ends of the needles can be changed. A value of 0 connects the ends directly. Depending on the value set, one or more intermediate points are created, resulting in a smoother curve. And so the analysis shows that for the curve with the G2 continuous connection, the curvature is 0 at the beginning, but then increases steadily. To stick with the road example, there is no immediate change in direction. The curve has its greatest curvature in the middle, you could also say the smallest radius. The point with the smallest radius can be displayed with the peaks option. The analysis is displayed in the Part Navigator, where it can be shown, hidden, or edited. To make it clear which curve the analysis belongs to, I rename it G2. And now I'll analyze the curve with the G1 connection. The difference is clear. Here all the needles are the same length, because the value of the radius is constant, up to the connection points. G3 connection. The last bridge curve is now created with the smoothest transition. I select the G3 option for this. This curve is now also analyzed. Now you can see that the G2 connection produces a steadily increasing change in direction. The G3 connection also starts without a change of direction, but then, the change of direction increases sinusoidally. But this shortens the length for the change of direction, and so a tighter radius results in the middle. The difference between G1 and G2 is easy to see in curves and surfaces, but between G2 and G3, a proper analysis is needed to discover the difference. In general, a G2 connection is preferred for component design, and G3 connections are only used for very demanding surfaces. But we also find G2 connections outside the design of components. A steel beam, or even just a wooden rod, does not deform with a constant radius. In this example, the deflection increases linearly towards the middle, which leads to a deformation, similar to the G2 connection. Incidentally, you can also use shape control to change the influence of the start and end object. And the next video is about connecting surfaces. The same connection types are available here, but the analysis is more complex. If you liked this example, please give me a like and subscribe to LearnNX on YouTube. I'm always open to ideas and suggestions. Write in the comments or directly to info@learnnx.com. I would be happy to support your project, even on site.